You know, obviously it's Babson's first opportunity to be at the Final Four. For me, it's 26 years in the making, and it's really due to the vision of our group back in '91, '92. And it's a situation where, you know, I thought today in the first half, you know, we talked about all season that layups, free throws, and unforced turnovers would be the difference in games this year during our season. And, you know, I thought that we didn't do a great job finishing around the rim. And I thought that Augustana did an outstanding job of forcing us to settle. We were 1 for 7 from 3 in the first half. And that isn't who we are. We're generally a points in the paint type of team that plays inside out. And I felt that at halftime, you know, we'd been there before. I thought we played okay defensively because they're obviously an explosive team that averages 80 a game. And, you know, I thought we could have played, you know, a little bit better because we always talk about getting stops and turning that into transition. As far as the second half, you know, obviously we fought all the way back. I think we got a 1-point lead at one point. And that's a credit to, you know, the leadership and character of our 3 seniors and our leadership group, who Joey's a part of, along with Travis Sheldon. And when it got there, you know, I didn't think we were satisfied. I thought we kept plugging away. But we've struggled against explosive guards who can both shoot the 3 from obviously NBA range and make plays for others all season. And I thought that we did a really good job of him in the first half. And I thought, you know, he decided that they were not going to lose at that point. And he banged 1 or 2 threes. You could tell him he got some momentum. And then the 24 Griffin Pills, I thought those 2 guys changed the game because they both made shots from 3 that were, at least in Pills' case, contested. And I thought they wanted to. You know, they wanted the ball when it was a tight game at that point, and that got them some space. And they did a great job creating a little bit of separation between us and them. And, you know, to our credit, we kept fighting, but those threes, in my mind, changed the game. In the first half, we did a pretty good job. They were 1 for 4 from 3. In the second half, it appears they were 4 for 10. But it was more the timeliness of those shots that changed the game for them. And, you know, it was one of those situations where we just didn't have enough time or firepower to complete it. And then, you know, what happens sometimes is you know, you put so much energy out and you run out of stops. And it's a situation where we've been able to come back in 3 of the 4 NCAA games. We didn't panic at halftime. We felt we had a great opportunity to win this game. And I thought we showed everybody in the gym that we were going to come back and did a terrific job. But at that point, those threes, I thought, broke our spirit a little bit. And, you know, obviously Augustana has had a tremendous season, and, you know, we wish them well as they move on to the championship game tomorrow. Oh, you mean in terms of that run itself? Yeah. Yeah, I thought prior to that we were doing what we do. You know, like we scored inside. David had some really good passes and plays. Joey obviously finished inside. And then I thought that at that point, you know, they got away from, you know, running their motion and away from their sideline ball screens. And, you know, a couple times they made late in the shot clock shots. So, like, at the beginning of their run, you know, you didn't feel like it was going to be a run. You know, I think it was a gradual situation. You know, they didn't just go off and score 20 to 1, you know. But, I think it got to, like, 7 or 8, and I thought at that point we were in trouble because we had to be perfect at that point on both ends of the floor, and clearly we weren't. And when we failed to score, they either had transition or they worked the clock, and they worked their matchups, and they did an outstanding job during that run. So I just thought that was the difference during the run was, you know, that they got comfortable and we got away from what we do. I didn't make any shots or miss any shots tonight, so I don't know how tight we were. I just feel like it was a physical game. I thought that we played in plenty of physical games during the course of the season, and we've had moments where we struggled to finish at the rim. And, you know, you can give them some credit there, and we'll take some credit on that. As far as them, you know, I just thought they did a really good job in the first half. You know, obviously they didn't put up like 40, 45 like they normally do, and then they go 13 for 18 from three. But I thought they were very opportunistic, you know, and I thought that as much as they had moments that they struggled, again, they got separation because they made enough plays and finished enough plays, and we didn't.
No, I think they just hit a couple more shots, and we didn't really make any plays defensively or offensively down the stretch. I don't think it had anything to do with tightness or anything.
I mean, I was talking the first half, the beginning of the game.
First half, we weren't doing what we do offensively. I mean, we knew we would play pretty good defense on them, and I don't think we were playing.
I don't think that was nearly as physical as we're used to playing during our conference play. There's all the teams in the new MAC are just as big, if not bigger, and more physical.
I just feel like in that situation, you know, and obviously it's hindsight's 20/20, but I said it to him in the court too. You got two teams fighting. I know we're down. Go talk to two student athletes and just say, hey, look, break it up. I thought it was just handled poorly. It had nothing to do with the end of them winning. Okay, Augustana won the game. They did what they needed to do, but I just think, hey, we're supposed to be about the student athletes, and you know, those two guys decided to chirp, and it's a situation where I just think in that moment you got to go talk to the two student athletes, separate them, and if they both are quiet, let's move on. You know, because it is a competitive situation, and it is a situation that's very emotional, and you know, so you know, it ended up that we lost Joey, but you know, it had no bearing on the outcome of the game. But I just thought it could have been handled differently. That's what I said to him.
Well, 4 years ago when John and I came in, we were clearly in a much different place. Then 2 years ago, with the addition of Eric and the entire sophomore class with Joey and Sam and all those guys. It's been an unbelievable past 2 years. Couldn't ask for a better way to go out. I have to thank Coach Brennan and the entire staff at Babson for giving me the opportunity to come, and I wouldn't trade my experience for anything in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great year. You know, it's tough for it to end like this. I mean, the three seniors have been great all year. Coaches have been great. Definitely going to miss these three seniors. It's a tough way to go out, but I guess we'll keep our heads high, or at least try to.